Hi, welcome to Dr. Mark's Music Notes. My name is Dr. Mark Runkles, and today we're going to learn about the oboe. The oboe was developed in France during the 1600s. Its French name is Oboe, literally meaning high wood. The oboe is often confused with the clarinet. They have some similarities, but also some major differences. I have my oboe, an old clarinet that was my grandfather's, and a couple of other props to help show you the difference. Both the oboe and clarinet are made of wood. Both have holes cut into the wood that change the instrument's pitch to sound either higher or lower, depending on which holes are covered or left open, and both produce a sound by blowing into one end to make a reed vibrate. Clarinet has a single reed, which is attached to a mouthpiece. I'll hold it up to the camera now so that you can see it. The oboe has a double reed, or two reeds that are tied together. You can see the two reeds here. Oboes and clarinets have different bore shapes, meaning the shape of the inside of the two instruments is different. The clarinet has a cylindrical bore. It's a tube that's the same size up and down the entire length of the instrument. Sort of like either a drinking straw or a paper towel roll. The oboe has a conical bore. It's narrow at the top and wider at the bottom, sort of like an ice cream cone or a funnel. The different bores make the oboe easier than the clarinet in one respect. The fingerings in the upper and lower octaves are the same on the oboe. For the clarinet, you have to learn a different set of fingerings for the different octaves. Play a note one octave higher on the oboe, just press an octave key. The oboe is a wonderful instrument, but has several challenges. The main difficulty is the reed. Reeds are made from cane, which is a grass similar to bamboo. Here is a piece of tube cane used for oboe reeds. Clarinets use the same thing, but it's bigger. Oboe reeds are more expensive than single reeds because we make them by hand, which can take up to 2 hours, especially if you're slow like me. Because they're thin and narrow, reeds are extremely easy to break, especially by excited students waving their oboes around. I've broken a few reeds that fit my oboe really tight. My fingers slipped trying to pull them out and smashed the two blades together, cracking them. Because oboe reeds are so narrow, they give us less margin for error in the quality of the cane itself, in making the reed, and in blowing through it. Oboe reeds are also highly susceptible to weather changes, and there never seems to be a weather change that makes a reed work better. Playing the oboe requires you to constantly blow fast focus air to make that narrow reed vibrate properly and produce a beautiful tone. This is hard to do in the beginning and requires consistent practice. Playing after taking a break for a couple of days can make you feel like a beginner all over again. Yuck. Airspeed and embouchure, the shape of your mouth surrounding the reed, are the first things to go, and they go quick. In fact, one of the things I specifically worked on over summer breaks in college was learning to regain my previous form quicker after taking a few days off for a fishing trip. Technically, I find it's harder to accurately play a lot of notes really fast on the oboe than on other woodwinds. It can be done, but the fingering system definitely makes it harder. Many beginning oboes don't have the holes in the keys plugged or covered, so those instruments can be harder for beginning students to play. Those keyholes are difficult to feel with your fingers because they're so small. If I don't have mine covered, I can't tell unless I hear the oboe making funny noises. They're really easy for beginning students to leave uncovered. And here I'd like to say a few words about instruments for beginners. You don't need to start on a professional oboe or an intermediate oboe, but it is extremely important to start on an instrument that's in working condition. I cannot stress this enough. Some of the older oboes I run into that are circulating in the schools and music stores need to be burned, or maybe made into lamps if they're lucky. I mean, seriously, they're in such horrible shape. Pads aren't seated properly and won't fully close the tone holes when the keys are pressed down. I've also had pads fall off completely in the lessons. Some instruments have been cracked, others have bent keywork, and the oboe is hard enough to play when it works properly. I've seen a number of students get discouraged and quit because they're trying to learn on oboes in poor condition. So again, making sure you have an oboe in working condition is extremely important. Despite its difficulties, the oboe is a terrific instrument with a rich, flexible, and expressive sound. It developed a strong association with the pastoral, conjuring images of a shepherd tending his flock in the majestic Alps. Other important associations for the oboe include the exotic, as in non-Western cultures, and the feminine. The oboe has a wide range of repertoire spanning multiple genres and numerous composers. Some of the more famous composers to write pieces featuring the oboe include Bach, Vivaldi, Mozart, Beethoven, Strauss, and Britten. Other lesser-known composers writing for the oboe who were oboists include Bizotsi, Barth, Bote, Lallier, and Pasculli. I sincerely hope you'll give the oboe a try, either playing it or listening to it, and discover its beauty for yourself. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, and click the subscribe button for notifications about more information on the oboe and other musical topics. Thanks for watching. Play on.